What's going on? It's your boy Sermon at Sermon's Domain on Twitter. Allow them to reintroduce themselves. Their names are Sir Michael Rocks and Chuck English, better known to the world as the Cool Kids. The two have had really great careers thus far, but as a duo, the Cool Kids never really reached that height that matched the hype that they had. And there's probably a number of reasons for it. I think the biggest being that the Cool Kids were kind of ahead of their time. And so they kind of split up for a while and did their own solo thing. So Michael Rocks put out several mixtapes and albums that were well received. Chuck English put out a couple projects as well. But I also feel like Chuck was more present when it comes to production than like his actual music and stuff. Now the Cool Kids are reunited back together, hoping for their big moment, and it comes in the form of their comeback album titled Special Edition Grandmaster Deluxe. Now that is a great title. It's one that is easily recognizable as soon as you hear it. I feel like it's everything that you want out of a title. And it's fun to say, Special Edition Grandmaster Deluxe. It just sounds like something that you should listen to. While doing this review, I did follow my traditional format and wrote down some favorite songs. But before I get into them, I kind of wanted to discuss the album itself just a little bit, because I feel like the favorite songs don't really do it justice. Mainly because it was hard for me to like pick out like that one song that made me go like, damn, this is the one that I have to talk about and break down and discuss. I didn't really do that with these favorite songs. I feel like the album is a lot more with moments than it is with like that one definitive song. So I was going to say this towards the end of the review, but I'm going to include it now and talk about how I didn't really feel the music when I listened the first couple times. I wasn't blown away on my first or second listen, but I kept going and going and going, and the album did grow on me. It's a very fun album, and it shows that the Cool Kids really haven't lost it. In fact, they've gotten better, but I'll talk about that a little bit more later. But as I'm listening, I'm like, okay, I feel like there's more moments scattered throughout the album than it is like just a favorite song. For instance, like the melodies. There's so many good ones on here. The one that comes to mind is Ye Ali, his guest feature on The Motion. Like that one is been stuck in my head. And then like all the different guest features. There's been a lot of them, which I'll kind of lead into my favorite songs now, starting off with On the Set, featuring Boldy James and Smoke DZA. I feel like the Cool Kids are really great A&Rs because not only were they able to make music that sounds good for them, but they were able to get the right guest features on it. If you were to give this beat to a Boldy James or a Smoke DZA, it sounds like something that you could find on their own projects. The production really has like that gloomy night feel to it. And so I felt listening to it like, damn, everybody came correct. Everybody felt like they were supposed to be on this song, including the Cool Kids. Like, I know I praised Boldy and DZA, but I definitely have to give props to the Cool Kids because they sound great on a wide range on this album. I think if I had to rank the verses, or at least like include like the top one, I'm going to go with Boldy James because I just felt like he just felt like the most natural out of everybody on here. It's definitely right up his alley. And so Boldy had the best feature on the set, but I loved everything about this record. My other favorite is called t.D.A. featuring A-Track, Reese LaFleur, and Larry June. Talk about a fun song. I think if you don't start moving and grooving and dancing to this song, you don't have a soul. How can you sit there with like a stone face and not get into this record? It is just the most fun record on the entire album, in my opinion. I think that Sir Michael Rocks really killed it. Like, everybody did their thing, but I like Sir Michael Rox's verse at the very beginning. I think it's partially because he felt like he was in sync with the production. And by the time like a Larry June hits the beat, the production shifts. It changes, but it changes in a way that also fits a Larry June. So everybody, including Reese LaFleur, who, in my opinion, sounds like a lost member of the Migos. That's what just one guest feature. That's what it reminded me of. But everybody did their thing on t.D.A. I had two honorable mentions I wanted to toss out there real quick. The first being 915 featuring Jeremiah. I instantly recognized the sample in the beat because it's one of my favorite R&B songs, Lloyd featuring Lil Wayne. It's You. Not It's You, but You. And I just love when I can identify a sample like that. One that I like, and it just does justice on 9:15 p.m. My other honorable mentions is Symptoms of a Down featuring Helios Hussein. Never heard of that guy before this record, but man, came in, killed it with the LL Cool J flip. Kind of cool. I like everything about that record, from the production to the Cool Kids, their verses as well. I want to toss out a question for everybody watching. Do you feel like there are too many guest features on Special Edition Grandmaster Deluxe? It's a question that I was kind of, and probably still am, on the fence about. On one hand, it's like, yeah, there's like an upwards of 2 guest features on most of the songs, and maybe like 3, 4, maybe even 5 records that don't have guest features out of the 14 or 15, 16 tracks that are on Special Edition Grandmaster Deluxe. On the other hand, some of the features on here, they don't play a big role. Like, as much as I talked about the guest features and how much I like the ones that I discussed in my favorite songs, I also don't feel like the Cool Kids were overshadowed. They still get their shine on despite all these features. So, I don't know. That's why I'm kind of on the fence about it. So, I want to hear from you in the comment section below. What is Special Edition Grandmaster Deluxe? If I had to put it into words, I would say that the Cool Kids created a very fun, diverse, and slightly lyrical comeback album. It's one that is just worth the listen. And like I mentioned earlier, it might not blow you away on the first listen, but if you keep at it, it will grow on you. And this is one of those albums that deserves to grow on you. Out of everything that I've heard this year, it's one of those albums. I'm not going as far to say that it's a top 10 album. I'm saying in terms of albums that grow on you. Their chemistry hasn't lost a step. In fact, I'd go as far to say that the time apart allowed them to become better artists, as well as Chuck to become a better producer. And, you know, their time apart really spills back over into the music. I think they're making better music than they were when they were first coming up. So, hopefully this is not the last that we hear of the Cool Kids. Those are my thoughts on the Cool Kids' new album, first one in so many years, titled Special Edition Grandmaster Deluxe. What a title. Now I want to hear from you guys. After you listen to this album, what are your thoughts? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Who is your favorite guest feature? Talk to me in the comment section below, and then like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, share the video. Follow me on Twitter @SermonsDomain, and as always, thank you for your time. I appreciate you for watching, and until next time, peace.